What's up, friends? Welcome back to the channel. Whoa! Today we are taking a look at the NECA Toys Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 3 movie figures. These are hitting Walmarts now. Go, go, go! But they've been up on their website before. They'll be on the NECA website at some point. In a few years, they'll be back in stores. You guys know how these work. Taking a look at the back here. You get some nice product shots. Additional Kappa figures sold separately. Here they are in all their glory. These are the most intricate ones yet with all this heavy samurai armor. This may be the least popular of the original 3 movies, but they're definitely the most visually interesting, I think. Here they are in various states of undress, and you can see that mostly the molds here are the same. The belts are different, the weapon storage. They have their own unique heads, of course, but there are only 2 styles of bandana for 4 turtles. Taking a closer look at Kermit the Hog here, you can see all of these heads have really nice detail. They look a bit different than the earlier movie releases, as by the 3rd movie they had moved fully away from the Jim Henson stuff, which was a product of circumstances, but I think these figures, the look of these are a product of love. Who was the sculpt and fabrication by Brody Perkins, Nicole Falk, Steve Roman, paint by Jeffrey Trapp and Mike Puzo. Whoa! These are really nice to look at. Like I said, super visually interesting because of the armor. And even though it's similar on the sculpt, they've got a lot of different display options here. And there are differences. The heads, of course, their belts. But look at all of this intricate detailing. These are harder pieces here mixed with some softer, malleable material. The hakama, these sick samurai pants he's got going on here. Little ties in the back, and all this stuff that you would never see with that robe overlay. Excellent little folds at the sleeves here. These awesome bracers. Little turtle hands. Turtle fingers. Look at all of that. This is just this high level of detail and paintwork that you expect from these guys. Look at that face. Come on. Coming way down here, the shin guards, the little turtle toes. And the little peg holes in the bottoms of the feet. Very nice to look at. Checking out how they move with Mikey, we are back in that realm of fairly limited NECA articulation. It's sort of necessitated by the sculpt. But now those last Ronin figures, they set a different precedent, I thought. Those add really nice articulation for what they're doing. You know what I mean? Head is up on a little dumbbell joint, and you get great range on that. It'll twist around and down, and it looks back, tilts every which way. They're still not hip to a separate neck piece thing yet. I'm liking that more and more. The arms are pegged in on hinges up here. The upper arm is a single piece, but it will rotate all the way around. This is slightly soft here. Single jointed elbow, weak, but it comes up to a 90, which is great. And the way it's pegged in, it will also hinge on that. So that's something anyway. The wrists will fold in like such and back like such, and they're all hinged the same way. So that's also weak, that you don't have any that are hinged up and down. Over the other turtle releases, though, since the shell is kind of hidden, they've taken some liberties there, and so the torso, it's a single piece here, but it's socketed down into the waist on a ball. So not only will it rotate, but you get a little bit of pivot on there. Hardly anything, but it's, you know, it's something. They're trying to give you a little bit more here. These legs are on little balls, and they'll come way out to the sides. You can see that inner piece there. You can rotate it a little bit on that. But they kick forward a little bit, back. At back, they actually go back pretty far. Single jointed knee, no. It's a double jointed affair. It's just, it's buried in all this stuff, which wouldn't really be, this loose clothing wouldn't really be restrictive, but it is hard plastic. So you barely get to a 90 with all those pieces in there anyway. And then down here, you got an ankle hinge that'll kick back hardly any because it runs into that. Forward a little bit though, and you get some good rocker. For accessories, I'll just go over what comes in both packs because it's all complimentary. Every turtle comes with this nice soft goods robe that you can place on them. They look good, the prints are nice, and it has a bendy wire running all through it here. They are mostly identical, except Leonardo's has a couple of holes to accommodate the scabbards. Each turtle has the samurai helmet. They are very nicely detailed and all identical. Nice painted rivets and stuff all over it. And it snaps onto the bandana right there. So you kind of put it on and push it in and it'll click. Or you could just set them there. Either way. All good. Yeah. Each turtle comes with a mask. It's just the color of the whiskers that's different. Otherwise, they're the same molds. They're really nice, soft little band here, tie on it, and you remove the bandana and just slide it down over his head. You can see on our boy here. The bandana piece is also just plugged straight in. It's removable, and you can swap it for ones from the earlier movies. Each set comes with 2 extra hands for each turtle, and the nature of them all being the same sculpt means you can throw them in anywhere you please. You got fisted hands, you've got a couple of open hands, you've got nice weapon-grasping hands, and you've got pointer hands. Each turtle, of course, comes with a set of their signature weapons, chucks and sai, and they are all the same sculpt as previous releases, the staff included, except for Leo's swords here. These are actually newly sculpted. Look very nice here, the detail, the wraps on the handle. And then as a bonus, between the 2 sets, you get the lantern, you get these silly swords. Same excellent level of detail all over it. Look at those kanji. Look at this clear plastic thing.
How dare you!
Pick that up and it transports you through time. The NECA TMNT III Kappa figures stand about 6.5 inches to the top of their turtle heads, and right about 7 with this pointy little hat on. For comparison, here is Donatello with his first and second movie counterparts, as well as the animated series edition. Here is Raphael next to some other friends from the film series. And here we've got Leo with the Shredder, the Soldier, and the Cheese Dealer. Checking them out against some other toy lines at other scales, we have a Super 7, a Vintage Playmates, and a Loyal Subjects Donatello. You don't ever have to be the last of anything with the multiverse there, Mikey. Don next to some Mythic Legions. Here are 3 of the Tom Hollands from that very famous movie where Tom Holland plays everybody, including Tom Holland. And finally, for a standard 7-inch size comparison, the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman, Superman, and Worthy Wonder Woman. At the end of the day, I think these turtles really rip and rock. If you're familiar with the NECA offerings, you know what to expect at this point. It's just a really superior level of detail with, it's a slightly limited articulation. It's not too bad. These are big, puffy outfits that they're wearing. Otherwise, if you made it all in soft goods, you'd have a Mezco figure and they'd cost 5 times the price and everybody'd be pissed, except for like 5 guys who love it for some reason. Niggling things, weapon storage. Leo's the only one. He's got dedicated scabbards there, but everyone else, you just kind of find a place to slip them in, and that's fine because the belt here is only attached in a couple of points, so you can get away with that. Don here, you see, I've just slipped that into the back. It's fine. That and maybe extra heads for extra expressions and all that is always welcome. There's a good bit of reuse, but they're the same friggin' turtles wearing the same thing. Little deviations like this shake it up enough for me, I think. If you look real close, you notice it's like these 2 have the same bandana. These 2 have the same bandana. Boo, hiss, you know what I mean? But I'm thrilled to have another solid representation of the Ninja Turtles. This is often regarded as the weakest movie, this third one, but these are definitely not the weakest figures. This is a really, really high level of detail. The little things that they've done, like this being softer and this being a soft good and having a bendy wire. I mean, it's great. It's great. How about some horses? How about some horses for them? Who is your favorite turtle? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, leave a like, share this thing with somebody who cares, and subscribe to this channel for more.
Check out Skeletorture on Whatnot. You might score the VHS tape.